Just want to say a special thanks to Sunny, Dennis, Cruz, and Bobby for encouraging me, and everybody else for encouraging me to continue to post. It means a lot to me. We do see a bet from the player on my right to $5. I'm an under the gun 1, so I just call here with Jack 10 suited. I want to go multi-way here and see if I can flop pretty well. Look at that, Jack 8-3 with a heart. Do you have a backdoor heart draw here? I do have a backdoor what is that, a double gutter? No, it's a 9 or a 7. Gets me closer to a straight. I have top pair, so when under the gun C bets for 7, I raise to 20. I think this is perfectly reasonable. Really just trying to isolate here. If it's, I would love to go to the turn heads up with the under the gun player, but we do see the button call as well for 20, so that should be setting off a little bit of an alarm bell, and obviously under the gun completes when getting a price. Well, hey, look at that. I do pick up the heart draw, so this is definitely good for me. I'm not going to expect a lot of very strong hands here, given that nobody raised me on the flop. I wouldn't expect anything like pocket 8s to be represented with much much frequency here. So when under the gun checks to me, I make it 75. I think that's perfectly fine. We're looking to either get some folds right here or potentially build a much bigger pot for either a big river bluff if I miss, or a big river value if I can get close to that like 1 stack to pot ratio. That would be excellent. We do see the button call for 75, so now we have 232 in the middle. I've got about 200 and change in front of me, maybe about 250. And look at that, we pick up the hearts, right? So I've made a flush here. It is a paired board, but I don't expect to see a lot of full houses here, given that there were no raises on the flop, no raises on the turn. So I do bet 200 into 230. I expect people with a sticky jack, like Jack Queen to call here, King Jack to call here. She does go all in for 234. I make the call, and she shows 8-3. So we get absolutely hosed here. I understand why she didn't raise the turn, because she made the full house. There's no fear anymore for straights or flushes, but I would have expected a raise on the flop there, and we get almost stacked there in that spot.